There we go. We're live. We're live. I was having trouble getting it to quit spinning. So, anyway, I'm working in my journal. I'm still continuing my craft challenge, my Christmas challenge. It will go all the way through Christmas. You can join in, but now you are welcome to show your work. Hey, Jamers, now you're welcome to show your work. The deadline to waiting on showing your work was November the 1st, yesterday. So now you can show your work. And if you didn't see it, I did a reveal of the whole, what? The whole book of the Little Golden series, Little Golden Altered book. So anyway, so I'm about to wrap this one up, except for I just got stuff, you know, I got a few more things to do here. Oops, I just knocked my phone down. Anyway, so we are making a side pocket. So we are making a side pocket. This is my manger scene. I have a Madonna and baby Jesus scene, but I wanted a manger scene because that was what my challenge said we needed. Let's see, I've got my paper here somewhere. I've got a stack of stuff here everywhere, guys. My desk needs a major clean off. Just don't just don't knock your coffee over, Cindy, okay? Because then you will cry. And I do sound yucky still, but I'm feeling a whole lot better. So here we go. I tore it as I was getting it out. The challenge, at least a 6x6 or larger. That's not hard. Use the hashtag CLoveCHR challenge. Post your finished product after November the 1st. We're past that. Christmas theme, no more than 2 signatures. Um, a minimum of 10 pages. So it could be really little. Must use a book page, lace and trim, a Santa scene, and a manger scene. So we're going to go through. This is the one I've been working on. Okay. Um, lace. I have the lace here, but I also have trims, and I have lace in the book. Um, I have several Santa things in here. I have a whole scene with Santa and a polar bear there. And then I have this beautiful Santa page that I'm not covering up. But right here is where we're going to put our manger scene. And we're going to create it into a pocket. And it's going to sit right here so that we can slide something in the side of it. So we're going to, that's where we're working today. We are going to ink the sides of this. Boy, I got to feeling rough last night. And look, I know this is going to be way TMI, but when my sinuses get to feeling like they were feeling last night, the only thing that relieves them is for me to snort up my snout some hot, salty water. Yeah, I'm making another challenge book. My Golden Altered book was my first challenge book. This is my second one, and this will probably be my last one on the challenge. So, but I'm almost finished with this one. I've been working on it in October, so I'm almost finished with it. Now, this is going to be real interesting because Miss Thing here, me. I decided it would be really. I had a piece of photo paper that I had half of, and I needed to stiffen up this. And so I glued this on photo paper, and I'm not sure how photo paper is going to glue. So, I mean, the glue stuck real good on the non-slicky side, but we'll use some of this uh, beacon glue and see. It's designed for poster board, so it should be fine. Anyway, if you're wondering what the Count Dracula cards are laying there, we're going to decorate some cards, make some altered cards. So here we go. There we go. Just hold it in place for just a minute. Yeah, I gargled and then I snort. I get a straw and stick one edge of the straw at my nose and hold the other nostril and suck it up in there. It burns like fire. I usually holler and carry on like a scalded cat. Anyway, so I have a stack of stuff back here. Let me pull it forward while that's doing some pockets and things. That's a journal card. It's a pocket. That's a bunny rabbit. I used that bunny rabbit on one page. Pocket journal cards. That's some more words. We may use some of those. I really wanted to use that little deer somewhere. I may use it. Those are numbers and letters. That's not really what I'm looking at. Okay, that's the end of the Christmas. Here, this was one of the things I was looking for. These numbers here, and then those Christmas words. Okay, I'm not sure what I'll want out of that, but we're going to set this aside and let it dry. And I just want to see, is my card too big for that? Oh no, it should go in just fine. There we go. So, there we go. We will set that to the side and let it just continue drying. And we're going to start working on a Count Dracula card. And we're going to cover both sides. Although I do like the Count. He's so cute. Let's see. What do we want to cover this with? That piece right there. I really like that piece of paper. Ay, it's not big enough. Oh, it is on that way. We'll do it that way, and then you can write on it like it's a journal card. Like a neti pot, only why buy the pot when you can just mix you up some hot water and salt in a jar and suck it up in your nose. That is, I don't know, maybe we're just country folk, but we've always done. My mama swears by it, so you know, like I don't use like a neti. I don't have a neti pot, but when I mix up my hot salt water to gargle with, I gargle, and then what's left, I just stick my straw in it and suck it up my nose. I used to do it underwater because that was the only, like when I was in the shower, I'd take a glass of hot water in the shower with salt in it. I'd take it in there and I could do it in the shower. But now I've done it so much, I can just stand at the sink and suck it up in my nose and then blow my nose real good after I get it up in there. It cleans your sinuses out real good. I mean, you don't want to go crazy with it, just like you don't want to go crazy with using nasal sprays, but it is real good and cleansing for your sinuses. Anyway, I got coffee this morning. Oh, good hot coffee. The peppermint mocha is out on the shelves now, they say. Peppermint mocha is one of my favorite creamers, other than my French vanilla. I'm a French vanilla girl. Anyway, and y'all know I said I really don't like coffee. I like creamer. So it's all about the creamer. We done salted caramel last year. It was okay, but it's not up there with my favorites. I like the French vanilla and the peppermint mocha. So last year we couldn't hardly find peppermint mocha. We didn't hardly have any of it last year. It was a sad situation here at the Loving House with no peppermint mocha. And I probably could have made some. I always have peppermint on hand. Candy grade peppermint. Because used to, I used to make a lot of homemade peppermint patties. But I hadn't done that in several years. These days, I feel like I'm doing good if I cook. You know? It's like, you take your coffee black. Dave will drink his black sometimes, so getting the bats out of the cave, okay? Okay. Bats it is. Count Dracula would think that is wonderful. Actually, I don't think his name is Count Dracula. I think he's just the Count, ain't he? From Sesame Street. Okay, that is a nice card to journal on. Let's see what we want to put on the front of this. How's about a piece of dictionary page? I'll put a piece of dictionary page on it. I've lost my Walmart gift card that I was scraping with. I've got another one in my purse that's empty. I need to get it out and bring it in here. You speak Meemaw? I never called any of my grandmas Meemaw or Mama, or one of my mom's mom was Granny, and my other one was just Grandma Slinker. So my mom's mom, my granny, me and my mom were talking about this. When I was born, my mom's mom was, let me think about this. Let me do math. Yeah, that's what I thought. When I was born, my grandmother, my granny, was 48 years old. And then when we were, I don't know how old we were, 3, 4, 5, she babysat us while my mom worked. And so I think my granny was 50 years old at that time. And she seemed like she was so much older, you know. And I think I'm older than that now. Oh my gosh. It's not good for your mental health to start counting up those numbers, okay? So my granny was born in 1917, and I think my granddad was born in 1911. Her husband, my papa. And then my other grandpa, my grandpa Herb, was born in 1917 too. Him and my granny Ruby were the other ones. And then my grandma Slinker was born in 1928. And I know all this just off the top of my head from doing genealogy research. So I've done a lot of genealogy stuff. Okay, we may use a piece of that after a while. Now we want, let's see, what did I do with that? Here, this page right here. We want, first of all, we want a piece of this. It is very cool. We want a piece of this to go on there. We want maybe that word right there, but I think we're going to want, I don't know. I don't think those are the words I'm wanting. Those are winter quotes. Let's see what we got here. Your mom was really into genealogy. I've done a lot of genealogy stuff. Would I say I was really into it? Yeah. I mean, I've got folder after folder of stuff. But anyway, but I always hit some walls. Supposedly, my great-grandfather saw something he shouldn't have seen, and he ran off with my great-grandmother. Now, to me, that sounds like an excuse to run off with a young woman. Left a family behind. Anyway, he was not a nice person. My daddy told me that because my great-grandpa and great-grandma lived with, well, my great-great-grandpa and great-great-grandma lived with great-grandma and great-grandpa and with little grandpa. Let me just say it like that, with little grandpa. Little grandpa was my great-grandpa. Anyway, and they lived with him when my dad was a kid, and my dad said that when they would all go to church, one of the kids would have to stay with little granny, and granny Sophie. Anyway, and dad said she was a mean old woman and her husband was a scoundrel. Anyway, so, but anyhow, lots of stuff. Anyway, but my cousin traced it all back to the 1300s, and after he got done, I was like, I'm over it. I don't, I got to look at it and see all of it, and it matched up with where I was going. I was going to the like the gingerbread. Also like this right here. I really like that, the pine cone. Anyway, I mean, those people are dead. It don't matter. And that sounds so callous, but it really don't matter. So, and don't change a thing about who I am, whether or not that man was my actual blood relative or not. I am who I am, just like isn't that what Papa always said? I am what I am, or yam what I am. I don't know. I'm not liking any of it. None of it is doing it for me. The pine cone did it most. Let's wait. Let's do this. I know that's a little long. I can always cut it off. Let's do this. And then maybe this. Do I like that? I don't know. Lots of rain. Y'all need rain out there, don't you? Wow. That is kind of sus, as the kids say these days. That is kind of sus. There, I think I want that one right there. Okay. We're going to try this, guys. First of all, let's figure out how short we want to cut this. We need to cut this off to about right here. That works. Now we're going to ink it. And this is called something mahogany. I really like these little things. Hey, Brenda. Oh, no. Y'all got snow? Okay, I like that. Is this early in the season for y'all to get snow? I don't know. I mean, I don't know about how your seasons run there. Come on. My fingers are not wanting to pick up things this morning. Here we go. Anyway, So this will be my final Christmas journal that I do this year anyway. I'm wanting to get this done so I can go ahead and do my thankful journal. I want to do a thankful journal since we're in the month of thankfulness. And we tend to skip by it so much. You know, I think I would like this better if I halved it just a little bit. Maybe like that. I think I like that better. So, we lived 1 year, well, we lived 1 year in Michigan during winter, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Because in Arkansas, they don't know how to deal with snow. We don't get enough snow to pay to have expensive snow equipment, good snow plows and all that. So in Michigan, that if they were calling for a big snowstorm, the sand trucks and salt trucks would be sitting on the side of the road, and the plows, they were ready. When it started snowing, they started moving. And then we lived in Ohio, in the Columbus area 1 year during the winter. Lived in a travel trailer during the winter, and it got cold. It would it would I mean, it was ice. We had a lot of ice. We didn't have a lot of snow. We had a lot of ice. And anyway, we used hay bales, hay bales, uh, to put around the bottom of our trailer to insulate it so the cold wouldn't blow up under it. It worked real well. We never had our pipes to freeze, but we also had the electric heat tape wrapped around our pipes. So, but I watch, I love to watch a lot of Alaska videos, and I watch, and it gets so cold their cars won't start, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know that I can handle that. When I like to go out and my car start right away, so I don't want, I don't want none of this. My car don't start stuff. So anyway, so what part of Michigan, Jamie? We lived in Kalamazoo, Michigan. No, we didn't live in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Where did we live, Dave? Oh, South Haven, Michigan. South Haven, Michigan. We went. Dave took me to Kalamazoo, and I flew on an airplane from Kalamazoo to Arkansas. But anyway, that'll be my first little taggy that'll slide in my thing there. So that's good. Now let's see what else we want. So we made a tag to go in there. Okay, we made a tag to go in there, but I'm just gonna test it out. I really don't want it to go in right now, but it will fit. So we'll leave that like that. That I'm not doing nothing. That I'm not doing nothing. And I don't really want to cover up my little animals. I could make a fabric flip to go over it. I've never done a fabric flip in any of my journals yet. I've done this while off camera. Oh, y'all can't see. I'm sorry. Oh goodness, Cindy, you're just like in your own little world here. I done this off camera. Let's put my lid on my glue. It is an envelope, and it's that thing that has the slant, and then this is actually a pocket that Gail Agonistelli made. Only she made it a full-sized one, a full-size sheet one. I made it a little one, and then it's got a. Did I glue it in there, Cindy? Are you kidding me? I did. I glued it in there. Nope. There it is. Yeah, I just ripped a corner out of it. Dadgummit. Anyway, um, she made it full size and I did it little because my pages are little, you know. Ay, ay, ay. It'll just be. But it'll come out now, right? It's a journal card. You got a place to write on the back. Anyway, but it's an envelope and it flips open and you can slide something in here. And I want to decorate a few more of these cards to slide in there. So, and I'm not doing anything to the angel there. And I love the little house. That has a pocket. It needs some little things to go in it. We have this. And you know what? That's not it. That's not it either. Thought I had. Yeah, there. That right there will work. Okay, we're going to cut this pocket right here out and put it at the bottom of this. So, Port Austin, tip of the thumb. Tip of the thumb. Oh, way up north. Almost up. Yeah. South Haven is on Lake Michigan. Right? I mean, like, not right across, but real close to being across from Chicago, across the lake. And we I've told this story before. I know y'all probably get tired of me telling the same old stories. But when we went to Michigan, we didn't realize South Haven was a touristy place. And so usually when we go until they got everything, got all of our money going and all that, we would stay in motels. Well, the motels were horribly expensive. We couldn't sponsor that. So we went to the Army surplus store and bought us a tent. And we camped down on Lake Michigan from October. No, we got there at September. We got there on September the 15th. Was my brother and my mother-in-law's birthday. I remember that. And we camped until October the 10th when they closed the campgrounds down and they made us leave. Anyway, we had an electric blanket on our bed. So anyway, yeah, it was. So Jamie, how did you meet your husband if he was from Michigan? You must have been in Michigan. Or did he take you to Michigan? Did he come to California to work? All the gold in California. Let's see. Hey, Tamers. How are you, my friend? Santa Cruz. He was stationed at, okay. He was in the service then? I don't have a sister. I have sister-in-laws, and I'm real close to my sister-in-laws. But my cousin would be my closest thing to my sister. That she lived across the street from me, and she was 7 months older than me. We were in the same grade because of how birthdays fell. Anyway, she married a boy that went into the Navy, and they went to California. She lived there. They came home, got a divorce. Well, anyway. But I've never been to California ever. When we were doing nuclear plant work, we just didn't go to California because they had so many rules and regulations about all this stuff you had to do if you were there more than 2 weeks. And it was just a pain. And so we never went to California. Anyway, in fact, Dave never worked anything that wasn't over the Mason-Dixon line. We were all up north. So Vermont, Michigan, Massachusetts, uh, Three Rivers, which is the Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Ohio border. Worked two places in Ohio. Well, the Three Rivers, and then he worked at Columbus at the university on a private decontamination job. He was a decon tech, decontamination tech, um, and they do the respirators and all that for people to go into contaminated areas. That's what they done. His job was they made sure all the respirators were full, finished. I'm missing. Hold on, I've got paper there until 99. So, did he get his time in? Did he get his 20 years in for retirement? You like Tennessee? No, he didn't do his full 20. My cousin that I was talking about, her older sister, her husband was in the Navy too, and they lived in California, and he got his time in. Um, they come home and he retired, and he worked for a few years at Planters until his health got so bad. Planters peanuts. We have Planters peanuts here in Arkansas. There you go. You work at Planters, you can say you really work with goobers. So, anyway. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Did you tell me you didn't? Okay. There we go. There we go. That'll work real good. We have a little pocket there. We can stick some things in. You know what? We're just going to have to pull it up and trim it a little bit. Just a little bit wide. I think that'll make a difference trying to close that book. There we go. Okay. Oh, I get that. Totally get that. Dave was in the service, but he wasn't in very long. He uh, he went in to be a military police, and then they put him on something he didn't want. So he got out, came back to Arkansas. Let's see, will that fit on there? Oh, just like it was made, don't it? Let's see how far it's gonna need to hang off. There, we'll just lose the top of it. Maybe, yeah. There we go. Let's get that black fuzzy. It'll make a bump in the thing. Anyway, I listened to a real good sermon this morning. And if you are doubting that you have giftings and abilities from God, go on my Facebook page and listen to that sermon. It's not very long, it may be 20 minutes. It is really good. Really, really good. With some encouragement that I needed this morning. So, It was a Priscilla Shire sermon. I enjoy listening to her quite a bit. There you go. I do like that. That is adorbs. Just adorbs. So, and it fits so perfectly that we only need to trim the bottom. And then we're going to put it through the this and do our corners so that we get good corners. And I'm not real fond of this one right here. I think when we were doing sales with April, when I was doing sales with April, I managed to let somebody talk me into selling one, my favorite one. So, you know how that goes. Look, in the heat of the moment, hi Mary. In the heat of the moment, I would sell Dave. I love selling stuff. I love when the auctions are going and people are actually bidding on the auctions and you actually get a really good auction going. I love it. It's fun. It's exciting, but it is it is not good to take to me to a live one because all those little boxes that sit in the corner, I am sure there are treasure in them, and I have brought home so much junk over the years. So I don't go to live auctions anymore. So I know better. Anyway, there's the front of that. Isn't it cute? That little snowman. Very vintagey looking picture. Now let's see what we're going to put on the back of him. Let's go for some papers. Not wide enough. Oh, this one right here is perfect for that. Because he's snowy. Those are snowflakes. Yeah, yeah. That is good. So, Dave's dad loved auctions. And when his dad died, they had 5 sheds full of stuff. No, 4 sheds full of stuff. And me and my sister in law cleaned those sheds out so we could move Dave's mom to town. And lots of fun stuff. I mean, we built us a big old burn pile and we burnt stuff. We had a huge moving sale and sold off a lot of stuff. Dave's niece's father-in-law bought most of Dave's dad's tools, gave us real good price on it. Dave's dad had tools out the wazoo, and all the kids, all the grandkids got tools and all that. So once it was all left, then we had the moving sale. And Dave's dad would go to those auctions and bring back boxes of stuff, and he'd just bring it in and put it down. He didn't even look through it. It might have one thing that he wanted, and he'd get it out and leave the rest of it sitting there. Anyway, he had all these boards. He had good intentions on getting it organized. Anyway, had these pegboards standing up against the wall that he never got hung, and squirrels had come in and made nests behind it, and we would be cleaning and we would bump one of those pegboards and those squirrels would growl at us. We were like, oh my gosh, there's something back there growling at us. Anyway, finally Dave and I don't know if who it was, Dave and maybe one of his cousins got back there and run them out for us. Anyway, they were not happy. We found acorns. We found so much stuff that they drug in there. Anyway, I hate squirrels. I mean, I literally hate them. Already, well, that created a hate relationship with them. And then we moved to a place where we had a really pretty apple tree, and those stupid squirrels would grab an apple, take a bite out of it, and throw it on the ground. You're wasting apples. Anyway, make me so mad. Wasting my apples. I could make apple butter with those apples. So, yeah, squirrels are not a favorite for me at all. They're not even a halfway favorite. So I want this little thing right here. I'm watching the time. We're at 40 minutes. I'm just basically, guys, I'm just making little cards to go in my things. And I slid that one in over there. And I may trade it out with where I'm putting something else. Here we go. And this is a pocket, but I'm going to use it like this because I don't need another pocket. Here we go. Is it going to be tall enough? Hiss boo, hiss boo. Actually, it's going to work. We're going to make it work. You want to see how we're going to make this work? We are going to make it work. There we go. Just like that. I need it to go just like that. Come here. Come here, glue. I want this to go. Yeah, tags. You just finished making all of your cards? I think I have 4 made. I've got to get on that. Maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow. Tomorrow I got to put an order in for some groceries. Pick them up. Jamie, you're not as old as I am, are you? I don't think you're as old as I am. Now let's make sure I got that where I want that. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Here we go. We'll put those ends in the thing. And so we will do this. We'll just cut our notch out here. Cut our notch out. And after I cut it out, I just realized I might not have wanted to cut that out. Too late now, ain't it? Okay. Actually, I could still fix it if I wanted to. What did I do with that other piece of... Maybe I'll cover it with a piece of that. That don't look very Christmassy. I hate when I know I have things in my hand and they just disappear. You know? There it is. Okay, it's not big enough for what I want. So, that's okay. That's okay. Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. The thought of a blackbird pie just kind of grosses me out. But I'm thinking, then I think it might probably be like a chicken pot pie kind of thing, you know? Don't you reckon? Maybe it's not just a bunch of dead birds with feathers in a pie. So, you have 2 birthdays against? You were born in 71. Yeah, you're not as old as I am. I'm 6 years older than y'all. I was born in 65. So, which, if you were real good with math, you would have known how to figure that out. Of course, I've told y'all all over the years how old I am, but a while ago I said my grandma was born in 1917 and that she was 48 when I was born. So, anyway. And she was 48. She'd already had her birthday. Her birthday was in May. So, hate when it don't want to come out when I want it to come out. You know? Dude, you need to send me pictures of your cards so I can see what they look like. See if I need to up my game or not. You still have a bunch of rattles to make, though, don't you? There we go. Okay. We'll put these little birdies on there. Birdies, there you go, little birdies. Sing a song of sixpence. Why am I singing that? Why am I singing that? That is not a song that I normally would sing. Why? Why am I doing that? When I'm cutting like this, does it appear to you on your screen that I'm cutting with my left hand or my right hand? Because I was watching these videos and I kept thinking, man, a lot of those people are left-handed. And then I thought, I might be seeing it on the wrong side. You know what I mean? It might not be. They might not be left-handed after all. Y'all know me. I have to overthink everything. So, go to church tonight. I haven't been to church in over a week. Didn't go this weekend at all. Was puny. You know what my husband told me last night? What did he tell me? He told me something, and I couldn't believe he said that about me. Maybe it was along the lines of me being whining. I just looked at him and gave him the death glare. Told him he better be careful. So, anyway, me and him both have to go to the doctor next week. It's time to get blood work. Check all of our levels. Make sure our medicine isn't killing us, you know. So, I say that and laugh, but I swear sometimes the cure is worse than the disease. Okay. That's not the one I want. Okay. So we need to put a little something on this. And it needs to be something red. It needs to be something red to match that. And I think it's going to be one of these. Oh, that would be cute if I could put it. There we go. Let's see if I can get this. I do know where he sleeps. I have threatened him many a year to roll him up in a blanket and beat the far out of him with a broom. Okay, now let's pretty it up. You kind of made a cruddy job there of cutting it out, Miss Prissy Priss. I'll do that right there. Okay. So this little girl, let's move that so you can see. This little girl has a Christmas tree. And I think I'm going to put this right here, there. So it's not what's under the tree that matters. It's who's gathered around it. I like that very much. I think that'll be cute. But I don't like how I cut it out. I can tell you that right now. Do not like how I cut it out. So we're going to work on that. There, I'm a dinging. I heard somebody ding me. We're almost to the hour mark. We're probably fixing to go. Anyway. Oh, goodness. I hate when I drop things, you know. Just makes me tired of having to bend over all the time to pick up all the junk I drop. Okay. I kind of like how that's cut out a little bit better. I know it's a little weird, but that little girl is weird too. She kind of weirded me out. She kind of does. I heard it. I was going to say, where did I hear it ding? Sorry, guys. This bottle of glue is almost out, guys, and I only have one more bottle of this. I'll have to go buy and spend the big money to buy the glue. I can't get it at the Dollar Tree no more. Horrible people. They get you hooked on something and then they quit carrying it. They're not the only ones that do that, though. I think it's the companies that do that. Oh, are we ready to hear the conspiracy theories of Cindy this morning? I'm okay, I promise. Most days. I'm okay. There we go. It's not what's under that tree that matters, or under the tree that matters. It's who's gathered around it. So one of the things that the lady that was preaching this morning that I heard was telling about her 5-year-old son. She has a journal that she has for all three of her boys. They each have an individual journal, and then when something, life-changing, something cool happens in their life, she writes it down in there. So she's hoping that then when they get older, she can give it to them and all that. Anyway, she's telling a story about her son losing his first tooth and the tooth fairy coming. And she called him the 250-pound, 6'2" tooth fairy that I sleep next to every night. Anyway, she said when her son got up, she could hear him squealing, and he was so excited and ran down to show her what the tooth fairy left him. Left him a bag of gummy bears and a $5 bill. And she said, I don't know about you, but when the tooth fairy came to my house, they left dimes and nickels. And she said, that bugged me. And I was trying to show joy for the boy, that's how she put it, but that really bugged me. Anyway, so she said, and my husband could see it. So after the kids went back upstairs, he said, it's okay. It's okay. Remember, last month was his birthday, and he got all those birthday cards that have $5 bills in them, and we put them in the birthday money drawer. That's where I got the $5 bill. So the treasure that he got was already his treasure. He just didn't know it. I laughed so hard. I was like, okay, these are my kind of people. She said, Dave Ramsey would be so proud of us. So anyway, oh my gosh, it's so funny. Uh, just tell you right now, Dave Ramsey would not be proud of me. So I am not a good money maker manager. So, guys, it's 56 minutes. That's what, 4 cards I got made. One, two, no, just three. 3 cards I got made, and then I put that one thing on. No, 4. 1, 2, no, 3. Anyway, it don't matter. It's cards. I got cards made. So I need to get off here. I need to get around and work on the cards that I need to get done for the person that placed an order for cards. So anyway, we will work on that. So I will see y'all another day. Thanks everybody for coming. I appreciate it so much. Have a good one.